Alright guys, so today we are going to discuss converting repeating decimals to fractions. So let's get started. First off, we are going to answer how we can convert rational numbers into decimals. So first, we are going to use long division. We're going to divide the numerator by the denominator. If the decimal terminates or repeats, then you have a rational number. If the decimal continues forever, then you have an irrational number. So now let's look at what that actually means. So if we were trying to change 7/33 to a decimal, we would divide 33 and 7. So 7 divided by 33. And we do long division and we get 0.21, 21, 21, etc. So we note that it is a repeating decimal by writing it as 0.21 with a bar over it. So that lets us know that it's a repeating decimal. Now, let's look at 8 over 11. So, we're going to take 8 and divide it by 11. Well, obviously, 11 won't go evenly into 8, so I add a 0. And because I added that 0, I add a decimal. So 11 will go into 80 7 times. 7 times 11 is 77. So I have a remainder of 3. So with that remainder of 3, I have to add another 0 because 11 can't go into 3. So 11 will go into 30 2 times because 2 times 11 is 22. So I have a remainder of 8. And again, we know 11 will go into 8. It won't, so we have to add a 0, so 11 will go into 80. So 11 will go into 80 7 times, and 7 times 11 is 77. So I'll then have a remainder of 3, and I will get 11 will go into 30 2 times, and it'll continue going on in that pattern forever. So I would write this as 0.72 with the bar over the 7 and the 2 because they both repeat. So our correct answer for that one would be C. Now, we're going to look at 23 over 33. Okay, what would that be as a decimal? So we're going to say 33 and 23. So 33 won't go into 23, so I have to add a 0. Okay? Okay, so 33 will not go into 23, so we added the 0. So 33 will go into 230 6 times. But because we had to add that 0, we add a decimal place. So 6 times 33 is 198. And we're going to have a remainder of 32. Now 33 won't go into 32, so I have to add a 0. 33 will go into 320 9 times. And 9 times 33 is going to give us 297. And then we subtract those and we have a remainder of 23. And 23 and 33. 33 won't go into 23, so we add a 0. 33 will go into 230 6 times. 6 times 33 is going to be 198 with a remainder of 32. And after that, we are going to add another 0. 33 will go into 320 9 times. And it's going to continue in this pattern. So the entire decimal, 6 and 9, goes under the bar. So that lets us know that it's repeating. Now, a repeating decimal is written using a bar line. The bar line appears over the digits that repeat. Since a repeating decimal is a rational number, it can be written as a fraction. But how can we do that? Let's look. So we're going to convert 0.15 to a fraction. So that bar lets us know that it's a repeating decimal. Well, there's a whole technical process that we can go through to do this, which is fine. And if you want to go that route, that is perfectly okay. The rule of thumb, though, is the number of places behind the decimal you have that's repeating. You put that many nines on the bottom, so as your denominator. So I would write 0.15 repeating as a fraction by saying the 15's repeating, so I put 15 on top. And because it was two decimals, two places after the decimal, then I write it over 99. Now 0.4 repeating, because it's one place after the decimal, I would write that as 4 over 9. So the number of nines you use determines, or is determined by the number of spaces after the decimal. Okay, so 0.27 is repeating, so we know the 2 and the 7 are repeating. So if I'm writing that as a fraction, I could say what? Okay, so we're going to add these two as 0.27 with a bar over it. So that becomes 27 over 99. The next part would be 0.50. It's repeating, so it's 0.50 with the bar over it. So that becomes 50 over 99. Alright guys, so continuing with that theme, we've got 0.8 repeated. So that's going to be 8 over, you guessed it, 9. And number 4, we've got 0.26 repeating. So that's going to become 26 over 99. Okay, so now what I want you to do is to answer 1, 2, and 3 in the form as well as on your paper. You're going to bring this to class tomorrow. Now, this last part is how we see repeating decimals used on the EOG. So we've got 0.36 repeating times 11 over 2. Well, this is a common EOG question that's asked every year. So let's go ahead and address it now. If you have 0.36 repeating times 11 over 2, first you need to convert 11 over 2 to a decimal. So 11 over 2 is 11 divided by 2, which is 5.5. Sorry guys for my writing. My stylus is not anywhere to be found, so I'm having to be creative. So I've got 5.5 times 0.36 repeating. So I'm going to write it as this. 5.5 times 0.36. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a 0 as a placeholder, okay, at the end of 5.5, and now I'm going to multiply. So 5.50 times 0.36. Well, 0 times 6 is 0. 5 times 6 is going to be 30. And we had a remainder of 3, so we've got to add it. So 33. Bring down a 0, okay, as a placeholder. And then I'm going to say 0 times 3 is 0. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. So I add this up. So I get 19800. Well, I had 4 decimal places because I had 1, 2, 3, 4. So from my answer, I have to move the decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So it's 1.98. Now, because it is repeating, it's safe to say that it's going to continue on and on and on. Now, instead of multiplying by 0.36, 0.36, 0.36, and continuing that 36 pattern, what I'm going to do is approximate my answer. So I'm going to round it to the nearest whole number, and that will take into account the repeating decimal. So 1.98 rounded to the nearest whole number. So my correct answer for this one is 2.